know I haven't been live in a minute, so I had nothing really planned for today, but last minute decided to go live since I haven't been live in a while. I think it's been like 2 weeks. Just been going through some crazy stuff, family drama, but for those of you watching the replay, thank you. And if you're new to my channel, welcome. My name is Jessica. We talk about crochet and yarn and life. And I just pulled the center out of this skein and it just yarn barf everywhere. Just gotta untangle it now. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up and like this video, comment, subscribe if you haven't. Just waiting for some people to show up. You know, this never happens until I go to make something for myself. I go to make something for myself, and now I got all this all this yarn. Okay. Now where did I put the hook? Take it out. No, I didn't. Okay. How was everybody's Thanksgiving? I hope it was good. Mine was good. I spent my Thanksgiving watching the Dallas Cowboys play the Kansas City Chiefs and kicking their butt. And then while I was doing that, I was scrubbing the walls in my apartment. So, it was fun. Well, not really fun, but it was something that needed to be done, but I had fun doing it because I was watching a football game that I like. I love my Cowboys. Dallas all the way. What is everybody doing this Friday evening? I hope everybody is having a good Friday. And I think I'm on top chat. Am I? Yes. Okay, let's switch that. There you go. Okay. Hey, I'm okay. I've been, it's been a crazy 2 weeks. So that's why I haven't been live. I've been dealing with family drama and holiday things. So, but how are you doing? Gonna give it a couple minutes, see if anybody else comes in, and then I will show you what I got. Why did I just do a single crochet though? Lord have mercy. I swear. My brain. Okay, double crochet, Jessica. Okay, there we go. Got it. I hear that, yeah. It's been so crazy over here. I'm just like, I don't know what to do. Like I spent my, like I was just saying, I spent my Thanksgiving watching the Dallas Cowboys game, and then um, you know, scrubbing walls in my apartment because I smoke in my apartment, so like everything's starting to look a little yellow. So I just took a sponge with some hot water and bleach and just started scrubbing walls. Yes, they won. They won. They did. They won. They played yesterday too, and I watched that game and they lost. Not by a lot, but they still lost. So I don't think we're going to the playoffs this year. But I don't know. Oh, you're fine, hon. You know, I get into these like um I've learned to use cleaning as like a coping skill for when I'm stressed out or when I'm upset or I'm going through stuff. So I use it to be able to deal with what I'm going through at that point in time. And it actually works because if I just sit here and think about everything and just stay in my head, you know, thinking about what I'm going through and what's gonna be happening and stuff, I'll drive myself crazy. So I have to, you know, I had to learn how to do something. You know, I had to learn a coping skill for that, and cleaning is my coping skill. So it's also what I do when I'm bored. If I'm like tired of crocheting or my hands hurt too bad, I'll be like, okay, well I can't crochet today, so let's clean. Let's find something to clean. Yeah. Yeah, they Dallas has the God. Dallas has been to a couple Super Bowls, and I know they made it to the playoffs in. I'm trying to remember what year that was. I normally don't either. If it's not Dallas Cowboys and football, I'm not watching it. Like, you know, I don't have any other team. Like, if Dallas isn't playing, I don't watch football at all. I don't really follow any other sports. Baseball is too slow and boring for me, but I am a Yankees fan though. I won't watch it, but I'll, you know, I'll root for them all the way. And then, yeah, I don't really have any sports. Basketball, I can't follow. I don't know. No, that's a lie because I used to play basketball. So yes, I can follow basketball. I just don't like it. What's the one I can't really get the hang of? I don't know. One of these sports. Oh, hockey. Yeah, I don't. I don't get hockey. I don't. Bunch of grown men just slamming into each other and beating each other up over a little disc of plastic. Oh, that's good. Congratulations on finishing that. I don't like Granny Square blankets. I mean, I do. I just don't like sewing them together. And I can't seem to get the hang of join as you go. It doesn't make sense to me. So, but I'm gonna keep trying. I'm gonna keep trying. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it. Okay, let's see. 18, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 18. Okay. Now, I gotta do that like 3 more times. Oh, yeah, I like those. The continuous granny squares that just keep going and going and going. I can never get mine to lay flat though. It always seems to come out wonky looking, and I'm like, why does it look like that? Oh, nice. Nice. Yeah, that sounds... I think I've heard of that before. Is that by the Secret Yarnery? Is that by Krista? Or somebody else? On the Yarn Addict. Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, okay. You know, I still have to subscribe to him. I swear I have it on the to-do list. But it's just like, I've had no time. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, I watched Crystal at Bag O' Day and um, Fiberflux, and then Happy Berry, and there's a couple, Bella Coco and Hooked by Robin, and then Krista at the Secret Yarnery, and of course Adrian from Kiwi's Crochet Corner. I always want to say Kiwi's Crochet Creations. I don't know why. Probably because I try to mix it with my channel name. I don't know why. But yeah. Ooh. Hold on. Yeah. Maybe if I go to live chat, that would be easier. Yeah. Oh, I'm doing I'm actually going to make a granny chevron scarf for myself. It's out of Premier Puzzle Yarn. This one's called, it's upside down, Seashore. So, and I like it because the colors in it do remind me of the beach, and I love the beach. I really do. I love it so much. Nope. 5 and 6. Okay. I hope I'm not messing up your count. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, that's a cool idea. That's a cool idea. In the description of this live, what I'll do is I'm going to start putting my email address for people to contact me if they want to contact me. So that way, I swear one of these days I'm going to have the money to be able to get a P.O. box. Because my mailbox is tiny. And none of the companies that deliver packages seem to know exactly where my door is. So even though I leave a detailed description on FedEx and UPS and everything, and I've had the same mailman for 3 years, my packages always end up at the wrong building somehow. So yeah, oh my god, it got down to 10 degrees over here last night. I was like, you know, everything was cold, and I got the heat on high, and it was like I didn't even have the heat on. I had the heat on high, I had my bedroom door closed, because my heat is electric, so I don't I don't like trying to heat the whole apartment because I would just make my electric bill like $700 every month. So I heat the room that I stay in the most, which would be the bedroom. So um, next Friday, next Friday, I have a friend of mine coming to see me. She lives in New York City. Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. But my friend's coming to see me, so when I go live, you'll probably see her right next to me. She's gonna stay the weekend with me, and yeah, we're gonna have fun. Yeah, that'll be fun. Yeah, we're a pair. Let me tell you something. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and then 6 stitch, double crochet cluster, or granny cluster. Sorry, that's what it's called, granny cluster. I'm just gonna start the first row of this. Oh yeah, yeah, no. She likes going. She does her lives on Facebook, so she's all about the being on camera. Whereas I'm kind of, I mean, I've gotten used to it since having a YouTube channel, but like it's not. Yeah, I'm getting used to it again because I had to stop my channel for a while because of life, and then now that I'm back on it, I'm just starting to now get comfortable again, being on camera and being live. Yeah, I'm just starting this because I want to see how much of it can I get done by the time I end the live. I don't know. I just thought it would be like fascinating to know how much I can get done in like a 2-hour period if I would just sit still for 5 minutes. I chained 18 3 times, so 18, 6, 18. I want to say like 54. The multiple is 18 plus 6. So you chain 18 until you have it as long as you want, and then you add 6 at the end. I don't know because um, when I've done this pattern before, I've always done the hat first, but because it's for me and I can't stand winter hats. I cannot stand hats on my head. Now you give me a fitted hat, I can wear a fitted hat, but like I cannot stand beanies and winter hats. So what I do is I make myself hooded, like a hooded scarf, and I can deal with that. So, but when I've made this pattern before, matter of fact, you know what? Hold on. Let's do this, because um, I don't know what just fell. Probably something not important. So, this is a skein, probably like 1.5 skeins of the puzzle yarn, and this is the granny chevron that I'm gonna do for myself too. So that's what it looks like. Oops. Let's get the whole thing in the camera. And this is about, like I said, a skein and a half, and I made a cowl with it. So that's That's what it got me. So, like I said, I made the hat first. I always try to make the hat first and um, then do the scarf, because then I know whatever is left over after the hat, I can just use all of that to make the scarf. Like, I don't have to try to figure out yardage and stuff like that. But this is what I've gotten done in the past 2 weeks. So I have one of these. It's the short row beanie by Bag O Day. It's just a short row beanie. I don't like the fact that you can tell that that's where I put it together. Or is this where I put it together? I don't know. See, I can't even tell. And I like the fact that it folds up, like it's long enough to, you know, yeah, it's crochet. It's worked this way. You know what? Hold on. It's worked like this, and then you just sew it together. And there's a little hole at the top. When you sew it together, you sew it from the bottom up, and then you take the rest of that tail and you basically weave it in and out and cinch it, and then hide the rest of the tail, and then you're good to go, because now there's no hole at all. But here's one that I started right like yesterday when I was trying to unwind and stuff. So it's worked this way. So you chain so many, and then basically you don't do the full chain. Eventually you do, but it's like, yeah, I love the stripe. The stripe yarn, I like it because it comes out cool looking. Like, this hat is not, this one that I'm working on is not going to look anything like this one, just because of where I started and where I'm going to end up finishing and stuff like that. So I like it. It's called a short row beanie, and it's crochet. It's all single crochet too, so it's really simple, and once you get the hang of it, it goes really fast. That's why I'm making so many of them, because they're just so quick to do. So yeah. But that's what I've gotten done. And then this one, I seem to have forgotten. Yeah. That's why I don't have solid color yarn. I mean, I do, but not a lot of it, and I have to change that. Like, I'm going to make a short row beanie out of this, which is Red Heart Super Saver Ombre in the color True Blue. And I'm thinking about, depending on how it comes out, I'm either gonna make a lot of them out of this yarn, or I'm just gonna make the one. So I'm interested to see how that comes out. Now, when I made this one, this is a short row beanie too, but I just didn't do. Okay, first of all, I used too big of a hook for this. And I hadn't remembered how to do the pattern, so I had to go back and watch her video after I finished this hat, and was like, something doesn't look right. Something just doesn't, it doesn't feel right, it doesn't look right. What did I do wrong? Now, this is still going to go in donations, because it's still a hat. I mean, you know, you can still wear it, you know what I'm saying? So it still works. But as fast as I put that on, I took it right back off. I told you I can't stand no winter hats. Especially when I do my hair, and I actually do my hair, and then Yeah, I don't see why not. I don't see why not. I just don't know how the pattern changes for different weights of yarn. I know in the video she uses Red Heart Super Saver stripes in retro stripe, um, and she uses it for a 4-weight yarn, like the patterns for a 4-weight yarn that she does in the video. I think she tells you that you can use any weight of yarn, like 4 or 5. Bag O Day Crochet. I will link her in. You know what? I'm gonna find the video. I'll find the video and then I'll link it in the description box, and that way you can just click on it and find it. Or I'll just make a post, because it seems like my lives take like 24 hours to upload because my internet stinks. For right now. I'll get better internet in a minute. But, okay. So, Adrian from Kiwi's Crochet Corner had a giveaway, and I won the giveaway. So I recently got my winnings from the giveaway. So I'm gonna show you that now. Let's see if I can get to it. Yeah, I can get to it. Okay. So it's okay. Sorry for the crinkling. Hold on. Let me see if I can get one out. It's 100% merino wool, natural and hand-dyed yarn. And everything, it's written in a different language that I don't know how to read. But they do have what it contains back here. It's 95% merino wool and 5% polyester. So I like it though. I've never had a hank of yarn. I've always had skeins or cakes, but I've never had a hank of yarn. And there's 3 of them, and I think this is a 2-weight yarn. I don't know, you can tell me what you think. Maybe. I don't know. It's either a 1 or a 2. So there's that. So there's that yarn that I won in the giveaway. And then she also sent me a photo book. I like these because I'm like the biggest sucker for making memories and pictures and taking pictures and everything. So it's just a picture book that you can put pictures in. And then these I'll show it again in 1 second. Then I won these stitch markers, and I love, okay, let's focus, thank you. I love these because they're awesome. I like them. Yeah, it might be sock yarn. It might be, what is sock yarn, like weight 1 or 2? And that's the brand name, again, if you want to screenshot that or try to look it up. I have no idea what that brand name is. Yeah, but I want it, and it, you know, I'm probably gonna make a shawl out of it, or I don't know, something nice. So, but I like it. Like I said, I've never had a hank of yarn. I've had skeins, however you say it. I've had cakes, but I've never had a hank. So I'm super excited. First hank ever. Thank you, Adrian. Oh, either. Okay. Okay. Okay, that's a little too much crinkling. Okay, we're gonna put that over there. I'll fix it later. But yeah, that's what I'm thinking of making with it, like a shawl, or I don't know, something nice. So okay, now where did okay? But yeah, it's yeah, I feel like if I have um I gotta move you guys because I gotta stretch my leg out and y'all are kind of in the way. Okay, there we go. Now I look tilted. Okay, you know I don't have the energy for that tonight. I'm not gonna worry about little things. Oh, I kicked you with my other foot. Yeah, um, but I feel like if I get hanks of yarn, now I have to get a Swift and a yarn ball winder, which I want anyway. So that wouldn't exactly be a bad thing. So, but yeah, that would be not exactly a bad thing. Let me turn this off. Okay, thank you. But yeah, what else am I doing? Since I didn't do Whip Wednesday, because my man was over here Wednesday, so I was spending time with him. So I'm using the Bloom chunky yarn, and I did all the increasing with double crochet, and then now I'm working single crochet, but it's not exactly coming out the way I would like it to come out, and I think that's going to be a little bit big. Actually, no, because it's for a female, it's for a woman. So I guess if you got your hair up, you know, in a bun or whatever. So, yeah. So, is there anything? Is there anything else over here that I did not show you? Oh. Sorry. This is this is a scarf that I'm making. I made the hat already. The hat took me like 24 hours to make. Not even 24 hours. It was like 6 hours. And that's only because I had to stop and like cook dinner and then do dishes. But this is the there goes the train. This is the jasmine stitch. And I actually Googled one day, what is the hardest stitch in crochet? What is the most difficult stitch in crochet? And it just so happens to be the jasmine stitch. So it's yeah. It's also a yarn eater. Like it goes through yarn. So and this is the Super Saver Ombre, Red Heart Super Saver Ombre. And I think it's called Green Apple. Um, I like it. I think it's coming out pretty. And the hat is made in the same color. And we're going to put that out. Because now it's making me feel like I'm going to sneeze. Okay. So, yeah. It it is. It's like intermediate. I wouldn't say it's like an advanced pattern. I would say it's like intermediate because it's it's tricky to get to start it. Um, like how you have to start it is like a little bit difficult. Um, the hat, to make a hat out of that stitch, yes, I would say that you need to be like a advanced crocheter to I'm sorry, I was trying to sit here and think. Because I've been crocheting since I was 13 and excuse me, I'm 36 now. So, and I don't know every stitch, I don't know everything about crochet, but I feel like I pick up on things pretty quick, and it took me a year to learn how to do the hat just because of the increasing and how you have to work it. Uh, you have to focus, but it's not like you have to count. Um, it's not like you have to count stitches. You have to count how many times you wrap the yarn and go into the stitch, and wrap the yarn and go into the stitch. It's basically a bunch of puff stitches together. So it's not really that difficult. Yeah, right? Maybe when I'm 100, yeah. Seriously. But yeah, it's not that difficult. I mean, I tell everybody try it. Just try it. You know, you never know until you try. Like, you know, I'm one of those type people that I'm very stubborn and I'm like very determined. So if I'm like I'm going to learn this and I'm going to get it down and I'm going to make this, then it's happening. I'm not going to sit here and lie and say that I didn't get frustrated with it and put it down, because that's why it took me a year because I kept getting frustrated and like putting it down. Yeah, you know, that's like me with knitting. Knitting is taking me forever to learn, and I'm really, really slow, and I'm a slow learner when it comes to that. You know what I'm saying? Because something's not clicking with me. Excuse me. No, not today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then double. Okay, good. Yeah, the video that I followed for this pattern, for the granny chevron, is by Bella Coco. So she's in the UK. So she uses UK terms, but she tells you in the beginning, like, okay, it's a UK treble, which is a US double. You know, so you just got to keep that in mind, that every time she says treble crochet, she means double crochet, because that's what it is over here. 1, 2. But yeah, that's I'm getting caught on something. Okay, good. I got uncaught. Okay, good. No, one, two, and then in the third. Granny Costa. Yes, yes, I have done that. Oh my goodness. Oh, I've done that so many times. But because I've done that so many times, that's why I bought these little notepads at the dollar store. And it's like 4 or 5 of them. Um, so it's like 4 or 5 of them. And every time I start a project now, I will write if I have to put it down for some reason, or if I just don't want to work on it anymore and I need a timeout and it needs to go in timeout, I will write down the pattern, if I'm what video I'm following, if I'm following a video, what size hook I'm using, and what row or round I left off on. And then I will tear this off, and then I will put it in the bag or basket or whatever I got the project in. I'll put it in there with that, and then I'll put it in timeout. But I'm pretty good at, like, when I start a new project, if it's a stitch or something that I haven't done before, I will work on that project until I finish it. But if I'm super familiar with it, yeah. Like this granny chevron, I've done it so many times that I can just put it aside and probably not touch it for like 2 months. Excuse me, for like 2 months, and then come back to it and just remember exactly what I'm doing. Or even the jasmine stitch scarf. I put that down for like 6 months, and I just recently came back to it, and I know exactly what I'm doing, because I've worked on it for so long, and it's yeah. Well, sometimes it needs to go in timeout. It's just not. It's not working out. It's not cooperating. It's just stressing me out. So it needs to go in timeout. But yeah, I have things that I've started, and then I didn't like the way they were coming out, or it's not coming out the way I thought it would, or the yarn I used was wrong, so now I gotta frog the whole thing. I have a whole thing of UFOs, freaking unfinished projects, or unfinished objects. Yeah, no, I have a feeling that I don't always remember. Sometimes I do have to go back to the video and remember what I'm doing. Like when I first started doing the granny chevrons again, after like a 3-4 month break, I had to go back and watch the video and find out what the multiple was. And once I found out the multiple was 18 plus 6, I was like, okay, we're writing that down, and we're not going to forget that. But in the past few months, I've done it so many times now for like, you know, like scarves and stuff like that, that I can't, you know, I can't forget it now if I wanted to. I mean, I probably could if I wanted to, but I don't want to. I'm good about remembering patterns and numbers. I'm not so good with remembering everything else. Like, I can't tell you what I had for breakfast yesterday, but I can tell you the stitch multiple of the Granny Chevron, or uh, oh, that's cool. That's cool. Yeah. Um, I used to know the stitch multiple for the feather stitch, but now I can't remember it for anything because I haven't done that stitch in so long that it's just like I don't remember. What did I just do? Oh, see? Okay. Hold on. Whoops. I'm gonna do it. I don't like the first row of this because you have to count and pay attention. But it's just till you finish the first row, then it's like really fast. Hey, yeah. Yeah, the magic knot. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, it's been like a year. I do remember you. I do. How have you been? It's been just a crazy year, for like year and a half for me. It's just been a whole bunch of life things happening. You know, health issues and yeah, it's been a year and a half, almost 2 years. Yeah. Yeah, I had internet issues for a long time. Um, since the um, government took away the affordable connectivity program, ACP. Oh my god. What is my phone doing? That is not what I hit. I hit that. That's good, Nifty. That's good. I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad. Yeah, I'm back on YouTube, so I'm back. I try to be as consistent as possible. Wednesdays and Fridays I go live. Um, I'm gonna start getting back to videos. I just haven't had the time to do that, and my phone is constantly crying about storage space running out. So I'm trying to get a new phone also because I think I've dropped this one too many times. Um, and it's acting a little funny. Wednesdays are Wednesdays are 6 p.m. and then Fridays are like 8 or 8:30, around there. I try to go for 8, sometimes it ends up being 8:30. And I'm live until I feel like okay, I am not, it's time for me to go to bed. So, um, yeah, I'm normally live for like 2 hours or so. So every time I go live, so yeah, it's about, you know, it's a good chunk of time, you know. And plus, I like being live. I like talking to you guys, and I'm in the same apartment, but after being together for 9 years, me and him, well, he decided that he wanted to go separate ways. So, yeah, you're not going to see him on here anymore. Um, he doesn't live with me anymore. He has his own apartment. He's doing good, though, I hope. He doesn't, I don't really stay in contact with him like that because our breakup wasn't really that nice. Um, but yeah, yeah, I'm doing okay. I have a new man, and he's a lot better. He makes me happy. So, um, he my my ex that used to be on this channel with me, he broke up with me in April on Easter. Um, and then I took a couple months to myself. Thank you. Um, and then after I took a couple months to myself, I was like, okay. My man now ended up reaching out to me. Um, and I thought we were just going to strictly be friends, but then we started hanging out and we just started like clicking and, like really liking each other. So then we ended up getting together. Like, it was not expected, it was not planned, I was not looking for that, but when you're not looking for it is when it happens. So, that's what happened with that. And we've been together for 4 months now. And December 25th, Christmas Day, will be 5 months. So he treats me good. And, he's a good man. He really is. So maybe you'll see him on here one day. I don't know. He is a content creator, so, and a streamer. Oh, thank you so much, Nifty. I'm, you know, I'm, ecstatic. I really am. I'm just like, but we're taking everything slow because, you know, both of us are kind of like cautious about, you know what I'm saying, because of stuff we've been through. So it's like, yeah. He's been through his things, I've been through mine, and we just kind of take it easy and don't rush anything. So, one, two, three. I swear, I hate working into the chain. I don't like this. Yeah, yeah, that's pretty much what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're very, very cautious, but like, he's a good man, and he tells me, I wish I would have met you years ago. I was like, yeah, me too. I wish I would have met you years ago. Where have you been all my life? But he's cool. Um, yeah, I did. I hate the chain. There's nothing to grab here. Like, I'm used to being able, like, I like to be able to grab like the row below and just like kind of work that way. I can ask. I can ask. I'm starting a granny chevron hooded scarf. Oh, this is the chain. Like, when you first start a project, you chain so many, and I don't like working my stitches into the chain for the first row because you can't, there's nothing to grab. It's just this little tiny, you know, piece right here, and I just don't like it. But yeah, that's what it means when somebody says working into the chain or work into the chain, you know. It's just your foundation chain, that's all. This is a 6.5 millimeter because I am using Premier Puzzle yarn. This is the color Seashore. So, and it reminds me of the beach, it does, and I love the beach. But I tried using a 6 millimeter. What do they recommend? They recommend a 6 millimeter. I tried the 6 millimeter, and it came out like kind of stiff and not the way I wanted it. So this is one I finished. This is actually a cowl, but it's made with the same yarn, just different color. And this is about a skein and a half. I made the hat first and then I did this. And a skein and a half gets you a cowl like that's, let's see if I can wear this. I don't even know how you're supposed to wear this, but you know what? We're gonna go for it. And that's why I don't like winter hats or anything like that. So you can lay like that, and you can fold it over if it's a cold day, or you can just have it like this, I guess. I don't, like I said, I don't know how to wear these things. I know how to make them, but yeah, this is the color Jigsaw. If you ever want to get the yarn, it's Premier Puzzle. This is Jigsaw. I made one in Maze, and I made one in Kickball. So the one I'm starting now is for me because I realized that I have only one hooded scarf, and funny enough, it's made out of Premier Puzzle yarn, but in Cat's Cradle, and I love Cat's Cradle. I'm like determined. Yeah, we're having a lot of storms and snow and just bad weather. So if you can't see me that great or hear me, I'm sorry, guys. I'm on mobile data right now, so it's a little iffy. Let's see if I get it closer to the window. Look at that. Oh, yeah. But I'm determined to make myself a cardigan out of Cat's Cradle, Premier Puzzle yarn, Cat's Cradle. I'm determined because that's like the pinks. It's like pink and gray and peach and just different and like off-white and stuff like that. So it's really pretty. Matter of fact, next live I do, I'll bring it on and I'll show you guys. I've had it for years. But I have pinks now. I need blues and like tan, so I can wear it with anything. Honestly, this color reminds me of the beach, but it also reminds me of blue jeans. Yeah. When I go live on Wednesday, I will bring it. I will bring it on. That way, everybody can see it. Yeah, it's really soft. I like it. It's soft. It's like I love that. I love that yarn. I love this yarn. Soft. So it's nice. I like it. That's another reason I like it. It's really soft and it's chunky. So it's, you know, it's a good, it's a bulky 5. So it's, a thick yarn, but it's not super thick like blanket yarn or velvet yarn, which is a jumbo 7. Um, which I'm I'm a pencil grip, but when I work with super bulky 6 yarn or jumbo 7 yarn, I turn into a knife grip person where I grip the hook like this. Oh, yeah, yeah. Um, well, I never got to have a giveaway for my 200 subscriber mark. So, um, I'm probably going to do that soon. Probably, hopefully next month or in February. Oh, it's called Premier Puzzle. I don't know if that's backwards to you. It looks backwards to me. I have no idea if you can see that. But so I'm gonna do a giveaway in January, February. So, because I never got to do it for my 200 subscribers. Like I told everybody that when I hit 200 subscribers, I was gonna do a giveaway. I just never got to do it because life happened. Fiddlesticks. But yeah, it's I like it a lot. I like it for wintertime items, like I really do. If I could just crochet hats and scarves and blankets for the homeless every year out of one yarn, if I could only pick one yarn, it would be this one. The Premier Puzzle, because it's really soft and it's really warm. Like I said, I have a hooded scarf out of it. But I'm making myself another one. Now, the hooded scarf that I have is just double crochet because I was like, I don't want to sit here and figure out a pattern for this. Let me just do double crochet because it'll be, it'll be somewhat tight and I won't have to worry about cold air getting through it and all that stuff. So, yeah, that's what. Wait. Okay, Peak Valley. Okay, I gotta do a peak. I probably should have did this first row off live before I went live. This requires just a little bit more concentration than I'm used to on live. But I'm almost there. I only got that much left to go, so it's not a big deal. Because then I don't have to count. It's just the first row you have to count, and then I can't even tell if that's a stitch. Is that a stitch? 1, 2, and okay, here we go. So yeah, I like it. I'm about to. This is about to go a lot faster in a second when I can get to the end of this row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then in the 6th, so we're making another valley. Okay. Good, got it. Okay, got it. I'm sorry. If anybody's trying to crochet, tell me to shut up if I'm messing you up. I have to like think out loud a lot when I'm trying to multitask. Yeah. That's why I will do like I'm determined to sit down and learn all the foundationless um, crochet stitches because I'm like if I can avoid working into a chain, I will. Alright, we made it to the end of the row. Yay! Alright, this is about to go a lot faster. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, let's turn it. How was everybody's Thanksgiving? Mine was uneventful. I was just saying earlier, I was watching the Dallas Cowboys game while scrubbing the walls of my apartment. So. But yeah, it's yeah, that's what I'm because it's also known as a foundationless single crochet, half double crochet, double crochet. And the only reason I know about it is because when you do the feather stitch, when you follow, I think it was Creative Grandma, when you follow her tutorial for the feather stitch, she does the foundationless half double crochet. So that's how I found out that there were stitches like that, and I was like, I don't have to work into a foundation chain. I can be crocheting regular stitches and make a foundation chain at the same time. I was like, oh god, yeah, I need to learn this. So I'm determined to sit down and learn the stitches for that. So this is still a little fiddly, but I can manage. And everybody, this one video I watched, I had to do double crochets into the back bump on the foundation chain. Oh, I hate that. I don't like that. I don't like that. The only time I'll use that is if I'm not going to put a border on it or like some kind of fringe or something. I don't like working into the back loop of anything. You know, it's like that, you know, on the foundation chain it's the back bump, but like also, what is that called? The camel stitch? Where you gotta work into like the third bar of the half double crochet. I don't like that. I can never figure out where I'm supposed to be working into. So I just don't. I just don't do that stitch. I refuse. You're not going to drive me nuts. Thank you. Yeah, you know, I crochet to relax and de-stress. You're not about to have me stress more with working in the third bar of the... I'm like, where even is the third bar of the stitch? I'm like, I only see 2. So I'm just like, I don't know. It's kind of crazy. It really is. But, yeah. Okay, well, at least this is going faster. I'm happy about that. But I already knew it would once I got through the first part of it. First round. But I really like this yarn so much. I really do. There's so many premier yarns that I want to get, and try and just, you know, because I do have my favorite yarn companies. I do. I'm not gonna lie. Lion Brand is up there. I really like Lion Brand Ferris Wheel. That's probably one of my favorite yarns. I was obsessed with that yarn for a while. I still am obsessed with it. I am still determined to get every single color of Lion Brand Ferris Wheel and have like 12 cakes of each color so I can make whatever I want when I want. You know, Red Heart is, you know, Yarn Inspirations, and Red Heart is another one. Yeah, you can find it on Amazon, but it's actually cheaper if you go to the Lion Brand website. So I think that's lionbrand.com. Yeah, .com. Okay, yeah. And sometimes I find it for good deals at on Amazon, but sometimes they're talking about... Yeah, it's what? I think on the Lion Brand website it's like $5. It's between $5 to $7 a cake. And sometimes on Amazon you can get it for like cheaper than that. And it'll come in like a 3-pack for like $15 or like, you know, $12. And then but then sometimes it's like a 3-pack for like $20, and I'm like, no, I can pay less than that on the Lion Brand website, especially when you buy it around a time like this where it's like close to the holidays. They have sales all the time where they'll give you like a 10% off coupon. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just like, Amazon is good sometimes, not all the time. And then let's see, what else? What other yarn do I like? Okay, that's a little, that's out there. Wow, that's expensive. I've never paid more than $13 or $14 for a 3-pack on Amazon. I refuse to. Like I said, I can just get it cheaper from the Lion Brand website if need be. But normally Amazon's pretty good. That's kind of crazy. That's ridiculous. I don't even know why it would be that expensive. Do I have any Ferris wheel? Yes, I do. Okay, let's start pulling stuff out so I can just have to put 50,000 things away later. I'm just kidding. I don't mind. I actually like showing off yarn and stuff. Okay, here we go. So, like I said, I'm determined to. Oh, you're in Canada. Oh, yeah, that's probably why. Sorry, honey. That's probably why. Y'all yarn is so expensive. What is that on my yarn? Oh, okay. But this is it. Lion Brand Ferris wheel. This is vintage carousel. And I don't, you know what? Hold on. Let's see if that works. Yep, that works. So, I like it. It's a roving yarn, so but it's evened out as a 4. And it goes from thick to thin. It gets to like a 3 in some spots, and then to like a 5 in other spots. But it's not really that bad. It, like, you can't tell. It all just looks the same. Yeah, I like natural fibers too. I just can't afford them. So. Nifty, when this live is over, I'm gonna put my email in the description box, and email me, because, I might be able to help you with that. Yeah, it's called roving style. So, like, when it goes from, like, thick to thin, and then evens out, and then goes back to thin, and then thick, and then evens out. That's roving yarn. I like it a lot. It's cool. What else is in here? What else is in here? Oh, nothing else is in there. Okay. Yeah, roving, yeah. I like roving yarn. I do. I don't like. Hold on. You want to know a yarn I don't like? I don't like boucle yarn. I don't like this bumpy. I don't like this. Also, it doesn't help that it's homespun. Working on this, I figured out that I don't like boucle yarn, which is this bumpy yarn, and I don't like homespun. So I'm like, okay. And this project has to be frogged anyway, because, yeah, it starts out like yeah, so you can see it here. It's like I added stitches somewhere, and I don't know where I did that at, because I was counting my stitches, and my necklace keeps getting caught on everything. Okay, I'm gonna put the necklace in the shirt. Yeah, I have to frog it, but I might just donate this yarn. I really might. I really just might, because I don't like it. I don't like working with it. I don't like the way it comes. It feels wonderful. It's soft. It feels great. I just don't like working with it. It gets caught on my hook, and, like, it splits horribly. Okay. I don't know why people are calling me. Okay. So, sorry about that. Oh, yeah, Nifty, I lose my Crojo too. I can't. I just can't. Like, sometimes if I have to repeatedly, frog a row or two because I keep messing up, I'm like, okay. Yeah, I can't stand yarn that splits either. But yeah, if I have to like continuously frog something because it's not working out for me, I'm like, okay, that project's going in timeout, and I'm taking time out from crocheting today because I don't want to throw my project across the room. You know, I've had people say, "Oh, that looks so relaxing." Oh, yeah, it's relaxing, but it can also be a pain in the butt and stressful too. If you keep trying something and trying something and trying something and it's not working out and you don't know what you're doing wrong. I'll either donate it, I'll either donate this yarn or I'll just single crochet with it with like a 9mm hook. So it's going to be a super big hook. Well, not a super big hook, but a big hook that hopefully won't cause my yarn to split. Like maybe the stitches will be loose enough that it won't split. You know. So, yeah. But I am almost done with this row. Yay, this is going faster. Oh, yeah. Yarn winder. I have a yarn winder, but it's like a toy. It's so small, and it's like a kid's toy. It's plastic, it's cheap, it was my first one, and I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna like doing this, so let me just like try it out and see if I like it. Um, for big skeins like this, it's horrible. It's horrible. Don't do that. Um, even a ball of Red Heart Super Saver ombre I can't put on there. Um, so I'm determined that before springtime I'm going to get a decent yarn ball winder and a Swift. That way I can have that, and I'm gonna get like a desk or table, like a card table or something that I can dedicate to my setup. I'm also going to be getting a freaking tripod because this camera setup I got going on right now is not the greatest. Like, I'm scared to move because if I move the wrong way, everything's going to go falling. But yeah. Yeah, you know what? Wednesday I'll bring that on too. I'll show you guys that. I got it off of Amazon in like 2020, and it was like $18, whereas the one that I want to get is like $90 because it's a, what is that, Stanley something like that. I don't know. It's one of those really good brands where you know that you're paying for quality and it's not just gonna fall apart. So hopefully I can get that. Not hopefully. I'm going to get that. It's just a matter of when. What's everybody's plans for the weekend? You're looking at mine. I'm literally gonna sit here. No, I gotta clean the house. But in between cleaning, I'm gonna be sitting here working on this. I might work on my blanket. I've decided that I'm gonna start working on stuff for myself because I rarely. Oh, good for you, Nifty. I got laundry to do. I'm trying to find every excuse not to, like, do it. I just come up with things that I need to do before I do laundry. So I just, you know, yeah, that's a thing. But yeah, I just need to put the big girl pants on and just suck it up and go do laundry. I'll probably do that tomorrow. I spent all last night cleaning. I was cleaning till like 6 o'clock this morning, and then I ended up falling asleep, and I got like 3 hours of sleep, and then I woke up, and I've been up. Oh, I hate dishes. I don't like dishes, and see, I don't have a washer and dryer in here in this apartment. Um, so what it is I have one of those portable washing machines that you can hook up to like a kitchen sink. So that's what I do, and then I have a clothes drying like rack thing. So if it didn't take so long to get like 3 loads of laundry done, because I have to do a load and then wait until that's dry when I hang it up, and then I can do another load, and then I gotta wait for that to dry, and then another load, and wait for that to dry. So it's like I can't do 3 loads a day, and if I, you know, I'm trying to go to a laundromat. I just don't feel like sacrificing my yarn budget to do it. I would much rather buy yarn than go to a laundromat. Just saying. Just saying. So. Okay. Sorry. Somebody was trying to text me and call me. My friend, my girlfriend that's actually supposed to be coming next Friday. So she's supposed to be coming and staying the weekend with me. So next Friday when I go live, depending on what time she's going to get here, she'll probably be here on live with me. And she does Facebook Live a lot, so she's used to being on live. So, but yeah, it's she'll be on here with me. You know, I probably won't be on as long as I normally am, but I will definitely be live that day. So, but yeah, this is what it looks like when it first starts out. So, and it works up fast. That's why I keep using the same pattern, because it works up so fast that I don't need to do anything. Yes, I am going to have a guest. I'm going to have one of my best girlfriends on. She's my best friend, and yeah, yeah. Laundromat is expensive. I'm not really, I don't want to do that, but because of the laundry situation that I had. See, I used to have to hand wash my laundry and then wring it out by hand and then hang it up. So my laundry got like back piled really high, actually. Um, but that's also because, Mr. Man we were together, and I would always make sure he had clean clothes before I made sure I had any. So, you know, that was that. But yeah, that's not a thing anymore. Now I can focus on my laundry. Oh, thank you, hon. Yeah, no, it works up super fast. So yeah, this is everything I did tonight. So far on live. So I'll probably finish like I don't know, maybe 5 more rows. I'm about to take a break because my hand is starting to bother me. I need to find my compression glove. I had it, I was using it, and then I lost it. I don't know where it went off to. So now I have to check like every project bag, every basket that was in here when I was using it. So, you know, I have to. Thank you guys. I'm not, you know, I don't think I'm the fastest crocheter in the world. I know I'm not, but, you know, people always seem to be amazed that I can look at them in the eye and crochet at the same time. I'm just like, but I have been crocheting since I was 13. Yeah. I never noticed that. I never noticed that the different ways you hold your hook, can determine how fast you crochet. Never noticed that. But yeah, I've been crocheting like 23 years. I am by no means an expert. I know the stitches that I know, and if I want to know something, learn something new, I go to YouTube and I type it in and try to find it. Like, I'm about to try to make my very first wearable, and it's actually a gift for somebody. And not only is it going to be my first, piece of clothing that I'm going to crochet, it's also going to be the first time that I crochet beads into the object I'm crocheting. So it's going to be a beaded lotus duster. So okay, phone. Okay. We're plugging it in. I had to plug you guys in. My phone started crying about 30% battery. I'm like, okay, you were just at 100 like a half hour ago? I'm gonna get to the end of this row and take a timeout for like 5 minutes. See if my handle. Yeah, well, that's how I know how to, that's how I find out how to make patterns and stuff, like how to crochet different things. Yeah, Bag O' Day actually has a really good poncho patterns. I made her hooded poncho. I think it's called the caramel macchiato poncho, I think. Um, and it's a hooded poncho, but it's unisex. It's not. It doesn't have like flowery designs in it or nothing like that. It's actually. It can be for a man or a woman, depending on, I guess, what colors you use. Hello, train. I don't know if y'all can hear the train. It goes by like every hour on the hour. And then during rush hour, it's like every half hour. And it runs all night long. All night. It takes a break from like 2 a.m. to 5 a.m. and then starts going again. My hair is like on everything. It's not that I'm sick of it, it's that I'm sick of it when I'm like in the middle of stuff. Like I can be in a like during the summertime, I'm outside a lot and I do like, phone calls with my case manager and like doctors and stuff outside and it's like the train won't go by until I'm on the phone with somebody important. It's like I've been sitting out there for an hour and a half. The train has not gone by, and as soon as I get on the phone with somebody that I need to talk to, that's when it decides to go by, and I gotta be like, hold on, and just wait. And I'm just like, okay. But thank goodness most of my doctors and stuff, like, know that, are from this area. So they know about, like, the train, they're used to it. So all I have to do is say, hold on, train. And they're like, okay. So. Oh, this is more than a couple times a day. Like I said, it's like all day long, like every hour on the hour. And they take a break from like 2 a.m. to like 5 a.m. and then they start up again. So it's like a 3-hour break. And then they just run until 2 a.m. the next morning. And then take a break till 5 a.m. and then start up again. But it's yeah, I just had to take a break. My hand is like on fire right now. Yeah. Yeah. So but I'm happy with my progress though on this. It's getting there. I just started that like an hour and a half ago. So, like I said, I like that pattern because it works up so fast. Like I didn't even realize that I got that much done. I just kind of looked at it and was like, oh. Okay. Thank you. Thanks, Nifty. Yeah. I'm going to try to do that pattern with a 4-weight yarn. Now, I've done it with a 4-weight yarn before, but I've made blankets out of it. Like, I haven't... I want to see how long it would take me to make a scarf out of it, out of a 4-weight, using that pattern. So, hopefully not that long. But I don't think so. But this is another pattern. Oh, what are you eating, if you don't mind me asking? I still have to eat dinner. I haven't eaten dinner yet. But that's another thing. I don't have an appetite like that. So if I don't consciously, like, remind myself to eat, I won't. Oh, that's cool. That's cool, Nifty. That's really cool, So, yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna tell you something. When I first started my channel, I wouldn't smoke on my channel, but because I was like worried about like how people saw me and stuff like that. But now I'm kind of like, I'm a crochet channel. If you're really gonna complain about me, smoking, then you don't need to be here. Um, but yeah. Oh yeah, I was trying to quit. Oh God. Yeah. Yeah, that was almost 2 years ago. Um, yeah. Yeah, Nifty. I am gonna enjoy it. I know. I had to learn how to not really care what people think about me, and you know, so I've learned that, and I'm I'm fine with it. So, yeah, I was trying to quit. So I quit for like 5 months. So me and my ex quit together, and we quit for 5 months. And then my dad's birthday came around. Oh, that sounds really good. Wait a minute. Can I come over for dinner? I'm just kidding. But I'm probably gonna make some chicken and cheese quesadillas after I get over here. Um, but we quit for like 5 months, and then my dad's birthday rolled around, and I was like, I can't handle this. I need a cigarette. Like, I need one. Like, this is too stressful. I can't do this. So, yeah, I ended up calling my neighbor and was like, hey, can you do me a favor? I'll pay you back when I get paid. Can you buy me a pack of cigarettes? And they did. And I was like, thank you. And that was it. I was off to the races. I was back on it. Like, that was it. 5 months of quitting just down the drain. But I'm gonna quit eventually. But the other problem was I felt like I was kind of forced to quit because my ex had so many health problems because of smoking that I felt like it was, as his woman at the time, I had to support him. So I was going to do whatever it took to support him, you know. So I felt like I was kind of like rushed into it and kind of forced to quit before I was ready to. And when you do that, it's not going to work. You're not going to be successful at that. You have to be like mentally ready to quit. Because I found that when I was just out of high school, I quit for 2 years. And yeah, and I was mentally ready to quit. And I was doing good. I quit for 2 whole years. I didn't smoke not one cigarette for 2 whole years when I was just out of high school because I was like, okay, maybe I should quit smoking. I just woke up one day and was like, I don't want to smoke anymore. And then my ex-husband at the time, after 2 years of me quitting smoking, he had stressed me out so bad to the point where I was like, either I'm going to smoke a cigarette or I'm going to lose my mind. So, yeah, it takes a lot. It does. But that was, and then after that, I don't know. I think I'm up to like, maybe 15 times I've tried to quit. But yeah, it's got to be when I'm ready to quit. I'm not gonna do that anymore. Like, I'll, if my man ever wants to quit smoking, I'm gonna be like, as your woman, I support you, but I'm not ready to. So, you know, or I might be ready to when he just, I don't know. I don't know, like, where I'm gonna be in the future. I might be ready to quit. I don't know. But as of right now, no, I can't. I got too much stuff going on right now. And it keeps me calm. Nicotine, caffeine are my two, you know, that's my fuel source right there. I just, I have those two things and I can go. And that's first thing in the morning as soon as I wake up, a cup of coffee and a cigarette, and then I'm good to go. Let's start the day. But caffeine, nicotine, and crochet is, my stress relief right now. So, it is what it is. But, yeah. So I'm back working on this again. This is fun. I like this pattern, and I like this yarn a lot. I really don't have, I don't know which one of you asked me earlier what's my favorite yarn. I really can't tell you a favorite because it's like I don't have a favorite. It's like if I try it and I like working with it and I like the way it feels and I like the way it looks, then it's a favorite. You know what I'm saying? And that's just yarn that I use. I don't use anything I don't like. Except for peaches and cream cotton. Any cotton that's like a kitchen cotton that you're not using for wearables it dries my hands out really bad. So it's like I have to constantly lotion my hands when I'm working with it. Or after I'm done working with it for the day, I'll go wash my hands and then, put lotion on my hands and stuff like that. So, yeah. It's all good. I really need this yarn to start cooperating. Sometimes, see, this is why I want a yarn ball winder, because I'd much rather center pull from a cake than a skein, because it gets knotted up. Yeah, pretty much. I like all the C's. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. So, I mean, if the cotton didn't dry my hands out like that, then I wouldn't really mind. I still work with it though, because I make market bags out of it. And market bags sell pretty good, and you can actually charge a decent amount for them because cotton is expensive now. And also the market bag pattern I use is super, it's not difficult. What is that word? It's not really intricate either, because it's like, it's not difficult. It looks like it's difficult, but it's not. It's the Sakura Market Bag by Kame Crochet, Kame Crochet. And I don't think I have one in here to show you guys. Where's my tablet? There it is. So, I'll show you guys what it looks like. What is this? What was I working on? Oh. Freaking split personality voodoo doll. That's what I was working on. Where is it? Okay, here we go. so I don't know if y'all can see that, but that's what it looks like. There's like a flower down here, and then all that, and then you do like the mesh, and then this part is my least favorite part because this is all single crochet and half double crochet, which takes forever. Um, but yeah, I make a ton of them, and I always use variegated yarn, and I probably should do some in. Um, I probably should do some in a solid color. Yeah, I can do it in green. I'm gonna start doing it in solid colors. I have a lot of it. I have a lot of them in variegateds. All right, thanks for coming. Have a great night. But yeah, I'm actually gonna be getting off of here in about 8 minutes anyway, because I still have to eat something, and I have to get laundry ready to do tomorrow. I'm gonna put my I use like one of these baskets to do a load, so I gotta make like 2 of those baskets up. That way I can get a load done. But and then I'll wait for that to dry, and then I'll do another load. But yeah, that's my plans for tonight. And probably watch Ghost Hunters for a little bit. I love that show. I don't care how many times I've seen it, like all the seasons and stuff. I still love it. I just don't like the first 3 seasons. I'll you know, when it's on like Prime Video and it's just like live TV and it's playing, if it's on like one of the first 3 seasons, I just won't watch it for like a couple of hours until it goes to like season 4. I like from season 4 on. So. But I've seen all the seasons, every episode of every season. That and Paranormal State. And I swear I'm going to watch The Conjuring. I'm going to watch all of them. I know Last Rites is out, and I want to see that so bad. And I also want to watch Annabelle. I've never seen that either. I just, like maybe like 2 months ago, watched Haunting in Connecticut. The first one and the second one. So, but, yes. Okay. But, okay, everybody. I got yarn fibers up my nose, apparently. I am going to get off of here because it's getting late and I need to go eat and get some stuff together for tomorrow. But I will see you guys on Wednesday at 6 p.m. and then Fridays at 8 or 8:30. I try to shoot for 8. Sometimes it goes to 8:30 because sometimes I'm running a little bit behind. I'm glad I'm back too, Nifty. Good Lord, I'm glad I'm back. I miss doing my channel, and I miss you guys, and I miss doing this, you know, just being able to have a conversation with somebody about yarn, you know, and stuff like that. Definitely going live next Friday. I will see you guys then. If for some reason I can't, check out my community tab, or I think it's called posts now, because when I can't go live for whatever reason, whether it be internet issues or, you know, something came up that you know, I have to deal with or something like that, I will always put a post. I try to. I'm getting better with it. I will always post that, hey, I'm not going live tonight. You know, something came up. I'm sorry. I'll see you guys on Friday. Or I'll see you guys next Wednesday. Or whenever, you know, the live was supposed to be. But anyway, for everybody watching the replay, thank you so much. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up. And I'll see you guys in the next one. And have a good night, everybody. Love you.